Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic. And in this video, I'm going to give you some advice if you're looking at ClickFunnels compared to Kajabi. You've got a membership website or you're building a new membership website, trying to build a community, you're maybe looking to move from another platform to either of these two platforms, whatever. In this review I'm going to give you some straight information that's not based on affiliate income. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. I'm coming back, folks. So we're going to have an honest look at ClickFunnels or Kajabi. And I want to make it totally clear there are no affiliate links underneath the video in the description, folks. I'm getting no money from this review at all. Because I think this is a major problem and the elephant in the room. Almost all the other reviews that you're going to watch from YouTube, these people are driven by affiliate link income, and you're just not getting a honest review. I don't bloody care what they are telling you. They're only telling you what gets them the biggest commission. End of story, folks. I know I'm going to get a ton of hate comments for saying this, but it's the truth. I'm getting none of that. All right. Now, what's the reality? Well, the reality of these two platforms is that they've now head to head. Um, for a while, Kajabi was eating ClickFunnels lunch because ClickFunnels started around 2016. Russell Branson and his technical co-founder, they started the company, and for a period of time, it was the best SaaS-based, easiest to use landing page marketing automation platform out there. A lot of the other stuff at that time was really poor. You could do it in WordPress. WordPress at the time, you could do it, but it was a bit of a nightmare getting it set up. It's got a lot better now with WordPress, much easier to do a similar thing than what ClickFunnels does. But at the time, it was a clear leader. And I'm talking about ClickFunnels 1.0 here. And for its time, for what it could do, it was a pretty good product. The problem I've always had with ClickFunnels is the founder, one of the founders, Branson. I can't stand him, folks. He's a sleazy salesperson type, and that's my honest opinion. Other people will have a different opinion. If you've ever got involved with the ClickFunnels community, it's a total upsell shit show. They constantly trying to upgrade you, get you to sign up for this course, the other course, buy the book, going to a conference, being exposed to a hard sell all the time. I can't stand it, folks. But that's what you get with ClickFunnels if you buy into their platform. Obviously, you can unsubscribe. You can utilize the platform and not be exposed to the founder's bullshit. That's how I would approach it. It starts at $100 if you're paying month to month. You get a bit of discount if you go yearly. I would stay with the month to month because you're not getting a big discount. Now we're looking at version 2.0. This is when they responded to Kajabi because Kajabi was hitting them hard because it's the creator influencer type that really utilize these platforms a lot that have rejected WordPress, normally based on their experience donkeys years ago. and they can't be bothered to look at the new type of WordPress. So they're looking for a all-embracing Swiss Army knife solution. And there's about half a dozen of those out there that I would bother looking at. And ClickFunnel has become one of those half a dozen. And Kajabi is seen as a clear leader. And they were really hurting ClickFunnel. And then ClickFunnel produces 2.0, and they've added almost everything that Kajabi provides. Now, we're at the end of 2024 and getting close to the beginning of 205. When they launched 2.0, and I think it's almost 2 years ago, could be less, but I think it is, they've had a terrible launch. I mean, it when you went on the marketing creator influencer forums, Facebook groups, where it was dog unreliable. They had a ton of technical problems and they weren't keen on giving refunds, folks. If you go out of the trial period trying to get, if you buy the year plan, and that's why I wouldn't buy it, I stayed to month, good luck to you. They're not keen on giving refunds. They would say I'm wrong, but it's just my opinion, my honest opinion, what I've heard. And it was dog unreliable. When it comes to Kajabi, it's always been a pretty solid. When they first launched their upgrade, it was controversial. They had Kajabi 1.0, but it was just a few years ago, and they basically screwed their users when it came to upgrading to Kajabi 2.0. They wouldn't like me saying that either, but it's the truth. They really screwed their users. To be fair to ClickFunnel, they have been they haven't done that. Because Kajabi, they literally just dumped their 1.0 platform. They dumped all the users and you had to upgrade to the 2.0. And there was no discount or anything. They really screwed them over. And you won't hear that from these Kajabi fanboys on YouTube. They won't mention that because they're getting an enormous kickback from their affiliate links, right, folks? Give Branson and his crew, they haven't done that. But the problem is they've kept ClickFunnels 1.0 going. They are now retiring it and they're really encouraging or semi-forcing the user base to upgrade. They've told them that there are going to be no upgrades. It's going to allow to just die, and they're giving some special offers to upgrade to the 2.0 version, which is better what bloody Kajabi did, right? But they're similar price, folks. Kajabi does this Kickstarter. They used to just have the basic that started at $150 month to month. And they were under pressure. A lot of people, they're under pressure around the price. So they produced this Kickstarter version. The problem with is that it's a good starter plan to some degree, but it's well cut down. It's a bit mean, but they had to make sure Kickstarter didn't really poach too much into their basic plan. Um, and where you really see it is on the email side. The quotas that give you with the Kickstarter is pretty mean, folks. It's unlimited on the starter plan with ClickFunnels 2.0. When it comes to the actual email functionality, neither of them are fantastic. It's all right to start off, but if you really get traction and you start building your list and you've got a big list, you're going to look at a third-party solution, folks. That's the reality. But I would say for 70 to 80% of people that are going to utilize these platforms, And you want my personal opinion, for most people, both platforms are well they've thrown the semi-kitchen sink at things, and 80% of the users that buy into either platform ain't going to use 50% of the stuff that they're providing. And the top echelon, they're going to look at more customized solutions anyway. That's my honest opinion. But people do like these Swiss Army knife solutions, or a certain crew does. I personally think it's a load of bullshit myself, to a certain level, and you really see it with both of these platforms. When it comes to the actual landing page builder, I've never been that happy with the Kajabi one. I think it as an interface, if you start using it's fine, but they've pushed this concept. It's really easy to set up. That's a load of shit, basically. It's not a great interface if you're starting out. You have to start reading the technical help, documentation, and the training with videos, which they do provide, in fairness to them, a ton of it, and it's pretty good quality. The ClickFunnel, surprise to surprise, the ClickFunnel funnel builder is much more superior, in my opinion, than what Kajabi's offering. Much more superior. The only problem with it is because it's pretty slick. It encourages people to make these godforsaken complicated funnels. They spend a ton of time building out these fucking funnels, and they haven't even got 100 paying clients. And they build them out and spend a ton of frigging time on them. And it took about a total fucking waste of time. But both these platforms encourage this bloody waste of time and energy. But that's if people want to spend their time. You want my advice, if you can make your funnels as simple as possible, that's what you should be bloody doing, not using some ridiculously complicated solution that encourages you to make really complicated funnels that will not add anything to the bottom line, folks. But that's my opinion. Now, one of the things you've got to watch with ClickFunnels, which they don't publicize, is as part of their platform, especially if you're not coming from the key thing you're looking from ClickFunnels is landing page and email marketing automation. If that's your bag, it still offers value. They've added all this other stuff as a response to Kajabi, but if you're in membership and building community, there's a big problem. They don't host the bloody videos, folks. You're going to have to use a third party like Vimeo or Whistler. Um, they have bun their prices up a lot. These third party video hosting providers, they've really ratcheted it up because a lot of these platforms weren't making any bloody money, folks. And ClickFunnels, they're charging you $100 a month. And if you're starting your membership or you're on the next stage, it's going to be filled with video and you're going to have to use something like Vimeo. I'm not going to overplay it because if you're starting out, it ain't going to be, but these video hosting providers, you could use something like bunny.net, which is going to save you a ton of money. Now, with Kajabi, it is through Whistler, but you can host almost unlimited video with them, and it works pretty well, folks. So keep that in intent. So if you're from the landing page side, you're probably going to be looking at. Oh, the other thing is the actual interface and building your course. I think Kajabi haven't really pushed it for a while. Um, the actual building interface in ClickFunnel is better now. I think, in my own opinion, Kajabi laying on their laurels about improving the interface myself, but other people say I've been hypercritical here. Um, The problem with ClickFunnels is it's been their reliability. People are saying that they've improved it now, and um, that's why they're pushing people out of ClickFunnel 1.0 into 2. And they were always planning to do it, but they had to back off because it was such a frigging dog of a launch, right? Um, that's that's it basically. I think it's the video side you got to watch with ClickFunnels, and they don't push that. Um, I think which one would I use? Um, I think they're very similar. I think if you're really into funnel building, which I think, unless you get to a certain level, is a total, total waste of frigging time anyway. Um, go with ClickFunnel. If you're around community and membership, what Kajabi provides with the landing page is okay. I think it works. Um, I think I think the website builder is better in ClickFunnel. I think Kajabi's all been a load of shit anyway for a long time. But the truth is, I'll build a bloody website on WordPress anyway. Better SEO. You know, who bloody uses ClickFunnel to fucking build their website in 2024 on? And if you don't want to use WordPress, use bloody Squarespace or Wix. Um, but that's up to you, folks. So the web page builder is better in ClickFunnels, but I wouldn't use it anyway. I think a lot of the stuff that both these companies have thrown in, a lot of it's just flab, as far as I'm concerned. Most people don't bloody use it, right? They just get sucked in. Now, the big problem with ClickFunnels, I think on the technical side, it apart from the video hosting, and is a major problem. And I think they got a fucking cheek not providing the video hosting for 100 bloody dollars a month. But that's Branston for you. He's always been a piss taker anyway, in my opinion, right? But the problem with ClickFunnels is they have fucking culture that comes from him, because I think he's just a sleaze bag myself. You know, I can't stand watching any of his videos and his ghost written books that he doesn't even fucking write himself. But that's my opinion, folks. Hopefully you found this video helpful. It's come from the heart. I'm just trying to give you this straight, folks. And like I say, I've told you the good things, I've told you the bad things. I've written an article that goes into this in a lot more detail without the bad language. I got a bit worked up in this video, and you find the link in the video description. Hopefully, you did find this video useful. Give us a thumbs up and think about subscribing to the channel, because it encourages me to make more of these videos. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.